Super Bowl was a super bust. As the NFC shows, they have the 4 or 5 best teams in the NFL, and the AFC is a second-rate conference. As the best the AFC offered, which was the #1 scoring team in the NFL this year, and arguably in history, as Peyton throws up 55 meaningless touchdown passes during the regular season against, I think, only 10 picks, throws 2 picks in one game, and scores only 8 points. If someone told you Peyton Manning's Denver Broncos were going to score 8 points in the Super Bowl, you would have bet your mother, your father, and your entire lineage on this planet, including your children's eyes and balls and clitorises, that the game would go under the total, under the total, under the total. Oops! The Seattle Seahawks lay 43 points on the Denver Broncos, beat them 43-8, and it wasn't even that close. In the most dominating defense performance in the history of the Super Bowls, and there's been 48 of them, and yes, this was more dominating than the Chicago Bears humiliating the New England Patriots. I was there. I was in New Orleans. I was 50-yard line, 9 throw. I saw that game in '85. It was one of 12 straight Super Bowls I was personally at. This domination by the Seahawks defense was numero uno, #1, second to none, as they humiliate, blow out, pummel, destroy, not Tony Eason, but Peyton fucking Manning. When the Baltimore Ravens defense, maybe the second best ever, played in the Super Bowl and won and humiliated the New York Giants 34-7, it was Kerry fucking Collins. This was Peyton Manning. He looked like a confused, defeated, scared quarterback. No answers. With 2 weeks to prepare, somehow, Seattle Seahawks had a home court advantage at MetLife Stadium, as people said who went to the game, and I sent 400 clients, and I paid over $70,000 for the fucking tickets. They said it sounded like they were in Seattle, Washington. That every fucking person there was rooting for the Seahawks. How does that happen? When Denver was the underdog and Denver was the public favorite and everybody and their mother wanted Peyton to win. As Seattle was so fucking loud that Peyton couldn't do anything. Couldn't change any signals, couldn't make any play calls, couldn't change in the line of scrimmage. Nobody could fucking hear him. And by the time people could hear him, the game was fucking over. And again a safety. 3rd straight year in a row there was a safety in the Super Bowl. 2nd straight year in a row that the kickoff was run back starting the 3rd quarter for a touchdown, as Baltimore ran it against San Francisco last year, building a big lead, although Frisco came back furiously last year, and Baltimore had to make a goal line stance. This year, when Percy Harvins ran it back, and it was 29-0. See you so long, bye-bye, game over, bye-bye. Any hope at 15-0, Peyton made sure that wasn't going to happen, as he gets shelled, throws an interception, pick 6. 2nd Super Bowl in a row for Peyton, and he throws a pick 6. Against New Orleans, that sealed his defeat. And against Seattle, this pretty much made the rout a human lock burial and a blowout. It shows you again, better defense, 2 weeks to prepare, NFC superior over AFC. It's going to be a long fucking time before the AFC ever win a Super Bowl. Ever, ever, ever. You got to go back to the 80s and 90s to see the dominance the NFC had over the AFC. That's what we're looking at here. It is not Peyton's fault. It is not the Broncos' fault. Seattle is that much better. The NFC is that much better. As we close the season, Seattle odds-on favorite to win the Super Bowl next year. Not a reason they won't. Best defense. Nobody's leaving. They got all young players. They're going to get better. They'll have Harvin for 16 games. That's pretty fucking scary. It's going to be an ugly, ugly, ugly AFC run for the next 2, 3, 4 years, as Seattle or Frisco will win Super Bowls. Probably New Orleans could win a Super Bowl. Carolina could win a Super Bowl. Sure as fuck before Denver or New England ever win a Super Bowl. Fucking the Jets can win a Super Bowl before the Broncos win a Super Bowl. We start basketball today. Sight sweeps yesterday. Sight's been on fire in basketball. The Godfather, Howie Feiner, hits the over in the Super Bowl and is on an epic run in basketball. Epic, epic run. The Godfather, Howie Feiner, domination. Over the last 2 weeks, over 80% winners in basketball. Pay the Godfather, pay me every day on the free pick phone. Free winner on a recorded message, 800-982-2211, 800-982-2211. Let's rock and roll. Let's score out. It's basketball season. Conference tournaments are starting. March Madness ready to roll. Let's roll from me, your source, Stu Feiner.